first and Rita Aguilar second.
Irene.
For 5 minutes, and I'll give you the 1 minute notice when you have 1 minute left. Okay? I'm sitting right here.
All right. Hello, my name is Roger Logan, and I'm running for Senate District 32. I'm just a working class guy from an old family farm in Ohio, where I learned to appreciate good old-fashioned hard work and faith, appreciation for faith, family, and community.
Oh, nice.
You know, I really appreciate y'all having us here today. Anyway, I thought our country was in serious trouble, so I decided to get involved in politics. I don't have a public record to run on. I've never run for office, and I've not been involved in politics up until now. So the only thing you got to tell about me is my basic philosophy, so I'll give you a little bit of that. I believe we're taxed enough already. My opponent believes that Colorado citizens are not taxed enough. Her words, not mine. I believe that government should not be involved in health care other than to establish a safety net for those who can't provide for themselves. I believe that the free market can provide health care for this country. I believe that free market and jobs are the flourishing blood of this economy. So by reducing regulations and overburdening taxes on business, we can bring more jobs to Colorado. That's basically what I'm about. I'm for jobs, Colorado, smaller, more efficient government, spend the money that they take in, and not spend more than they take in. Finally, I want to be held accountable. Once in office, I work for you. I represent you. And I will want to know what you all think. I'm asking for your vote. My name is Roger Logan. My website is rogerlogan.com. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Irene Aguilar, and I've had the privilege of representing you in the Senate for the last 2 years. Chris Roma resigned to run for mayor, and a vacancy committee selected me to be the replacement. And when that happens, the next time there's a general election, you need to be on the ballot. So this will be my first time on the ballot. And because of that, I have been spending time walking around the different neighborhoods, knocking on doors and meeting people, and as often as I can going to neighborhood associations. This is the new part of a district for me. I used to end at Colorado Boulevard, so I've never been here before. And I only go up to the east side of Dahlia in your neighborhood. So I know I don't get many of you. One of my best friends, unfortunately, lives on, to the west side of Dahlia. One of my best friends lives on the east side of Dahlia. That's why I said that. So I'm going to make her put up my sign anyway, because it's right across the street from people who will be in my district. In the last 2 years, I'm proud to say that I've actually been successful at passing numerous pieces of legislation. And the reason for that is that although I've been active as a grassroots organizer around healthcare and healthcare reform, I've not really been active in a party per se, and so I consider myself as somebody who likes to use a scientific method and look at the facts and talk to the people and figure out what I think is the best thing to do. My friend Representative Lois Court gave me this piece of advice. She said, Irene, when you need to vote on a bill, you need to vote first with your conscience, because you have to live with yourself at the end of the day. Secondly, with your constituents, and finally with your caucus. And so I hope that that's what I've been true to this point. And I can tell you, you could ask my husband, I've kept him up some long nights on bills where I wasn't quite sure what was the right thing to do. And I knew I had bought it hook, line, and sinker when I found myself on my elliptical reading a Supreme Court case. I thought, no, now I'm gone. In my other life, I'm a physician. I've worked for Denver Health and Hospitals for the last 23 years. I had my own primary care practice until December of 2010. I left that practice to come to the legislature because I found that a lot of things that were impairing people's ability to take care of their health, I could not fix with the prescription pad. A lot of them had to do with public policy and issues in policy. I like to tease people to say that if you really want to cut healthcare costs, we need to be sure everybody has a college education, because when you look at the health behaviors, the preventative behaviors of people with a college education, they're the best in the country. And so obviously as a physician, I think education is really important in improving the health of our state. You know, at the end of the day, we are not yet the country that is going to let people die on the streets, and so I think we need to figure out how we can spend the boatloads of money we're spending on healthcare more effectively and efficiently. We spend almost twice as much as every other industrialized country, and yet we're the only country that does not provide access to a basic safety net for everybody. I do not want government to run healthcare. In the Congress, in fact, there are things that they've passed saying that insurance has to pay for, that there's not good evidence for, and the reason they passed it is because they're being lobbied by
Hello,
money
Virginia
interests.
Village customers. The library will be closing in 15 minutes at 8 p.m. Please begin to make your selections and bring them forward if you're ready for checkout at this time. Please begin to wrap up your computer and wireless use in the next 10 minutes. Again, the library will be closing in 15 minutes at 8 p.m. We'll reopen tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Friday at 10 a.m. Thank you.
Okay. I think she's giving me a warning that I'm going too long. Well, let me go ahead and wrap up by saying that I invite you to go to my website, www.aguilar for32, and you'll see the bills that I've worked on and the work that I've done in just 2 short years. I think I've established myself as having a reputation on both sides of the aisle as being a thoughtful person. In fact, I saved all the articles where Republicans said nice things about me, because I think that speaks to the fact that I'm willing to sit down and talk rationally and listen to both sides of any argument. I do want to say that I don't want to be out there saying I think that all Coloradans need to pay more taxes. I think we do need to fix the fiscal mess that we're in, and if you're interested in finances, I'd encourage you to look at the University of Denver's website, where they've done a study to talk about why our tax base has fallen and what different measures we as a state might do to bring our tax base up so that we can be sure we have a good safety net for our vulnerable populations. I have a daughter who's developmentally disabled, so that's an interest of mine. And be sure our education is top-notch so we can continue to attract businesses here to Colorado. Thank you.